Hi everyone, welcome back to the VMware vSphere full course. So in this part, we are going to build a complete vSAN lab on a laptop or workstation step by step. So this is one of the most important part of the entire course because once your lab is ready, you can practice everything hands-on from the beginning to expert level. So by end of this video, you are going to understand basically how you can deploy your virtual data center on your personal machine. So and going to have a this is going to be have a foundation of your vSAN course. So let me explain you the very start with the very basic from before we jump into the lab, and let's quickly understand the core concept of virtualization, because this is very important and you are going to work around this fundamentals only during this complete course. So what is virtualization? So virtualization simply means creating a virtual version of your physical resource like server, storage, network and operating system. Instead of running one application on one physical server, basically you can create a multiple virtual machine on a single physical machine, and you can run that machine. So for a real life example, let's say you are managing a IT infrastructure in company. So in traditional setup, one server used one application. If you have a 10 application, you need a 10 physical server. Now think about the problem. It has a high hardware cost, very low utilization around 10% or 20%, high electricity consumption, more cooling requirement, more rack space, complex management. Now with virtualization, you can install a hypervisor like ESXi on one single powerful machine. You can create a multiple virtual machine, and each virtual machine run its own operating system for an application independently. For example, you can create few machines running on Linux, few machine on Windows. So benefit of having virtualization in place: massive cost saving, better hardware utilization, faster deployment, centralized management, high availability, and isolation between workloads. This is exactly why the virtualization is the foundation of modern data center and cloud platform, and what we are going to learn in this course. So now this is the basically a core component of vSAN infrastructure which I wanted to cover before we start the deployment of lab infrastructure. So in this section, let's understand the core component of vSAN infrastructure in a very simple and practical way. Imagine you are building a modern data center without traditional storage array. So instead of having separate storage, compute and network silos, everything is integrated, and that's what vSAN is. So let's start from the left top. So in the left top, we have a vCenter server. So this is a centralized management platform. Think of a brain of your entire basically infrastructure. So it's control the host, storage, networking, policies, everything. So I have a vCenter deployed here, which we are going to cover the deployment also in this course. So I have this vCenter server appliance here, you can say. So this is where I have logged into my vCenter server, and I am you can manage everything from a single console. So this is what vSAN is, vCenter is, and then below that we have a vSphere and ESXi platform. So this is your hypervisor layer installed on a physical machine. It allow you to create and run virtual machines. So I got 3 ESXi hosts deployed for this course. So you can see 3 ESXi hosts and a fourth ESXi host which we are going to upscale and downscale in our environment. And then we have a VMware application. So these are your actual workloads, your database, web server, Active Directory, everything runs on business on runs on basically on a virtual machine. So now let's move to the heart of vSAN, the host nodes, which you can see here. So in the center you will see the multiple physical server grouped together. So these are your vSAN host. Each host contributes local storage device. So SSD for caching, capacity drives for storage, and in the modern setup, basically high performance NVMe drives. So now here is the magic. vSAN makes all these individual disk from the multiple host and combine into a single storage pool, and that brings the us to a vSAN data store. Instead of managing storage per server, you can get a you will get a one unified storage across a cluster. And data storage is not just a storage, it's a intelligent. And you can enable deduplication, compression to save space, ensure the uh, basically coding is reduced storage overhead while maintaining the protection and encryption in the data and data security. So that's what we have. So if you see here, if I go and show you the cluster, so I got basically in the disk management, you should be able to see I got 3 hosts, 9 disk, which is claimed for this vSAN cluster. And we got the our data store management, we got our vSAN data store, which is having approx 2.3 terabyte in size, and which is combines of all these storage. So these are the concept which is very important for you to understand. And now let's talk about the network. So vSAN rely heavily on high speed network, typically 10 gig, 25 gig, or even 40 gig speed. Why? Because data is consistently moving between hosts. So if one host goes fail, another host instantly take using the replicated data across the network. So this is very important. The next is vSAN distributed storage concept. So in this, where all disk across host acts as a single shared storage system. Unlikely traditional SAN and NAS, you don't need to basically external storage hardware. Everything is software defined and runs inside the your basically cluster, vSAN cluster. Now look at the storage policy. So basically on storage policy, here's the storage policy. So in the storage policy, this is one of the most powerful feature on vSAN. So instead of manually configuring RAID replication, and you define a policy like FTT, how many failure to tolerate, RAID label, quality of service, and these policy are applied per VM. And different VMs can have a different level of performance and protection while sitting on the same data store. So this is one of the advanced and key feature of the VMware policy. And now let's talk about fault domain. So fault domain provides a rack level protection. So here you can see we have a fault domain rack level resiliency, which provide, for example, if entire rack goes down, your data is still safe, because vSAN ensure the copy exists on different fault domain. So in stress cluster, you can even extend the cluster across two data center like DC1, DC2. So I'll show you that also. So if I go here and if I show you fault domain, so as of now you can see all my ESXi hosts are participating in single fault domain, but you can in a single site, but you can create a two fault domain also based on your requirement. So this is also one of the very advanced feature in fault domain in a vSAN. And then finally, health and monitoring. So vSAN continuous monitor performance, capacity, hardware health, network status, and give you alert proactively, so you can fix the issue before impacting production. So I'll show you the also. So if I go to summary, I should have some errors. So I don't have any error right now, but if you go to monitoring, and then let me go here. Okay, it's okay, now I'm on vSAN cluster. Go to monitoring, and then you should have a vSAN. So in vSAN you can monitor overall health of your infrastructure, vSAN infrastructure, and you can see the alerts is here. And then you have a virtual objects, you can see the virtual object status for each devices, or each object, basically VM and other component. Resync object, you can see how if there is a resync is going on in your infrastructure. Proactive test you can perform, and you can see the capacity, overall capacity of your vCenter vSAN infrastructure. Then you can see a performance of each object. You can select based on host, based on VM. So it has very detailed level performance metrics also. So and data migration pre-check is also available. So these are the some advanced feature. So to summarize in one line, vCenter Basically, vSAN transform your local storage to a multiple host into a single intelligent, policy driven and high available shared storage across your all ESXi hosts. So in the real life, imagine your company running a critical application. Instead of buying expensive SAN storage, they can deploy 3 or 4 servers with the local disk and enable vSAN, and they will get high availability, scalability, better performance, low cost and simplified management all in one solution. So now let me show you, this is the machine which I'm going to use in this demo. So in my physical machine, if I show you, I got this i7 Extreme series processor. So this is my processor, you can see, and pretty much 40% utilized or less than at max. So I'm running, you can see in my lab environment, I'm running one domain controller, one vCenter server, and 4 ESXi host. So you need a powerful machine to replicate this infrastructure in your lab. And RAM, I have 128 gig of RAM, but while running these all machines, if I show you these hosts having approx, I think how much memory, let me see, I think it has a 48 gig memory assigned to all my virtual machine ESXi host basically. And then I got a vCenter running with 4 core and 32 gig, and my domain controller is running with 8 gig. So you need a good performance machine to replicate this complete infrastructure. And I got VMware Workstation 17 Pro all on my physical machine as a type 2 hypervisor to create these virtual infrastructure. So this is what I wanted to cover in this video. So in next video we are going to deploy our vCenter server, and then from there I'm going to cover vSAN deployment and all other things. So thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for next video, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post them in my given mail IDs. Thank you once again.